I'm Anna and this is Awkwardly Yours, and today I am going to make a dessert that is inspired by one of my favorite fall recipes, the caramel apple. So I'm going to make an apple spice cake with a caramel frosting and a maple glaze. Let's get into it. So first I make sure to butter the cake pan, then I put in the flour and the sugar, as well as the baking powder and baking soda, and then some spices such as salt, ginger, nutmeg, and cinnamon. There is also brown sugar. Then I whisk it around, and I add in the wet ingredients, applesauce, olive oil, milk, and vanilla extract, as well as honey. Then I cut up the apples and I mix it around one more time before adding the apples and folding them in. Then I add it into the pan. Even the best of bakers make mistakes. Thankfully it's solvable, but I forgot to add in the eggs before I mixed it up and put it in the pan. So now I have to put it all back and mix it back up. Now, this could be a problem because I already added the apples, and the apples are supposed to be folded in so they don't break. But it might come as an advantage because I do kind of think big pieces of apple aren't the best thing in cakes. So, we'll see what happens. Once the cake is in the oven, I start the caramel frosting, which is just butter and brown sugar. And once the butter has melted, then I whisk. Then I add heavy cream and whisk some more and take it off the heat. Then I put it into another container to let it cool. So this is how it came out. It came out a little bit low, so my new plan is to scrap the maple glaze. There's enough sugar in here already, so it should be fine. And just use the caramel frosting on top. I'm gonna level the cake and then put the caramel frosting on top. Once the caramel has rested for 20 minutes, it will have thickened up. So I just add some heavy cream and whisk it back up.
Here's a tip for the caramel frosting. So the recipe requires 2 cups of confectioner's sugar at the end before you whip it. And I decided to not put in any extra sugar because I thought the caramel had a good, like a deep, nice and very sugary gingerbready flavor. And so I took out the confectioner's sugar, and it still tastes great. It's actually a little sweet, like a little too sweet, but it tastes really good without the extra sugar.
The reason I'm only frosting the top and frosting it in the pan is because I'm giving it to my Nonna.
Okay, so since this cake isn't for me, I am going to taste test some of the scraps and some of the leftover frosting together to see if I can get the full effect of what it actually is like eating it. It's so good. The cake is moist and the apples are not like hard. They're really nice and mushy. It's really good. This is Anna and I'm Awkwardly Yours.